Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are all right. I hope that you are well. Owen Jennings here, channel for my guides, intuitive coach and healer. I contemplated whether or not to bring you the energies of the week, given the news we've had in the UK with the passing of our beloved Queen, Elizabeth II. But I thought it might bring you some hope, some understanding, some peace. I don't know. You can let me know. Because when I tuned into the energies of the week, they are very much reflecting what's happened. In fact, when you hear them, you may well think they are directly referring to the loss of the Queen and the what King Charles now has to take on. Also, it seems to reflect the mood of most of our nation, and it fits in with the change that was envisaged last week when I channeled, although I didn't realise the enormity of that change. And it also fits in with Mercury being retrograde, because it really is a time for reviewing and reflection, and perhaps even rebirth and renewing. So that's why I thought I would come on today, and I hope that that's all right with you, and I hope it really does bring you a sense of peace, a sense of connection, because no doubt, like me, a lot of you will be feeling the grief, my own personal grief, but also the grief of the collective. And as the Queen so rightly said in 2001, grief is indeed the price we pay for love. So let's get into the channeling part and see what the perspective is from my guides, but also I feel it's probably the perspective of most of you. Okay, and you'll see what I mean by it seeming to reflect what has happened. Okay. Hello everyone, it is an absolute honour to be here today, and I know not all of you listening are from the UK, but all of you will have been affected by the news late last week about the passing of your beloved Queen, and what a queen she indeed was. If anyone followed their soul path, it was certainly her, and she did so with dignity, and she did so with unswerving faith and belief in what she was doing. And the energies of the week are really reflecting that. First of all, we've had the full moon, well, we had the 9-9 portal, you had the 9-9 portal last week, which is about endings and new beginnings. We mentioned change last week as well. We've had the full moon, which is all about releasing and letting go and dreaming a new reality into being. And then we have Mercury, which is retrograde, which can be a nuisance for lots of people. But actually it's a time to review, to reflect, to go within, maybe even to regenerate. So there's a lot of emotion in the energies of this week, as you can imagine. Whether or not you were a fan of the monarchy, makes no difference. There has been a loss, and even if you yourself are not feeling directly impacted, you probably will be impacted by the grief of the collective. And what we would say here is really allow yourself to be. Just go with your feelings. You will also be perhaps reminded of the loss of your own loved ones. This often happens when there is such a loss of somebody so important. So you will relate to her as a mother, as a grandma, as a wife, as a great grandma, right? So just be aware of that. Don't be worried or wondering why you might feel upset when you didn't really know her as such. Just that it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to grieve, but in that grief, please take time to remember what an amazing woman she was. And with all change, there comes a new start, a new beginning, and this is very much what's happening, of course, in the monarchy, but this is also happening on a wider scale. So yes, this has happened, but it is all part of the energies of what's going on, not just in the UK, but in the world, on the earth. So there will be a grieving for the old, but there also needs to be a welcoming of the new and an acceptance that change is okay, and an acceptance that everything is in divine order. And the other energy which is coming in is to do with being rewarded for skilled work, learning everything you want to know about a subject, maybe even returning to study. So some of you will be using the energies to reevaluate, to maybe see what else it is you want to do in your work or career, but also to perhaps you're reflecting on how now your new king will have to take on his duties. We're not sure, but we know that this is part of it. So in what way are you taking steps to become the leader in your field, to becoming the one who is the expert? It feels as if many of you are going to have a period of reflection of your own lives and wanting to pick up the pace, so to speak, in terms of your own knowledge and what you bring in your business or career or life. And that is wonderful. And for that you will be rewarded if you haven't been already. And in fact, this also reflects perhaps the energy of the Queen, who was always a hard worker, and indeed the love that she received during her lifetime and the love she is receiving now are evidence of that. But perhaps it also reflects the need for all of us, or all of you, to put your best foot forward in your lives too. So we hope this does bring you some comfort. Know that she is truly with the angels, and know that the change that is coming will be positive. It will take time, but wounds are also going to be healed. And with that thought, we leave you. So a little bit different this week, and I hope that was all right. It's just too big not to be referenced, and obviously that's what my guides were asking me to share. And just know that you are loved and supported by the universe, by your creator, and if you need any support, then reach out to those around you. And don't be, if you are affected by this, that's okay, all right? But also the bigger picture is, it is bringing in change, but it is change that actually will be positive, all right? So I hope that helps you in some way, and I will leave you now so you can get on with your week. You know where I am if you need, if you are in the middle of reviewing and reflecting and need some help. But for now, I will leave you, and I wish you a good week when you try to navigate everything. Just do so with love. I don't think I'll be doing this next Monday because, of course, it's her funeral, out of respect. So I'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.